The big rectangle and the small rectangle are similar because the sides are proportionals. This is the scale drawing of our greenhouse. This will be similar to our actual greenhouse because of our scale, which is 1 centimeter equals 1 foot.
So all of the angles on this parallel line and this parallel line, since these two lines are parallel, all of these angles are 90 degrees. So this angle right here is 90, that angle is 90, and so when you add those two up, those make a supplementary angle at 180. And both of these are congruent angles, so this angle is congruent to this angle, and all these are congruent because this is a right angle, and so that means it's 90 degrees, and so when you add them up, they make a supplementary angle on both sides. So this parallel line, those two lines are parallel right here, and when you add the angles made by these tables right here, these little lines, you add each angle on each side up to get a supplementary angle at 180 degrees. So this is our scale drawing, and there are supplementary angles in this scale drawing. Right here, these are supplementary angles because they are both 90 degrees, and since these lines are parallel, this line and this line, the one that says 24 feet, and since those are parallel lines, that means that this will be the same down here. So these are also supplementary angles at 90 degrees and 90 degrees and 90 degrees and 90 degrees. So all these angles are down here 90 degrees, and all these angles up here are 90 degrees. And so like when these two perpendicular lines meet right here and right here, it creates two 90 degrees angles, which are supplementary.
These two trapezoids are congruent. These two trapezoids are congruent. All four of these rectangles are congruent, and these two squares are congruent.
So these four rectangles are all congruent. This is because they have the same angle measurements. They're all 90-degree angles, and they all have 8 feet lengths and by 2.5 feet widths. And also congruent figures in this are these squares. They all have 90-degree angles because they're squares, and they're both 2 feet by 2 feet. So this rectangle, these four trapezoids, these four rectangles, and these two squares are all quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides. And this is a rectangle because it has 4 sets of 90-degree angles and 2 sets of parallel lines. And then this rectangle is a quadrilateral because of the same reason that it has 4 sets of right angles and 2 sets of parallel lines. These 4 trapezoids are all trapezoids because they have a set of parallel lines, one set of parallel lines. So this line and this line are parallel, which makes this trapezoid right here a trapezoid, and then the same thing for all other 3 of the trapezoids. And then these 4 rectangles are rectangles because they have 4 sets of 90-degree angles and 2 sets of parallel lines. And these are squares because they have 4 90-degree angles and all the side lengths are the same. So this is our scale drawing for our greenhouse. And this rectangle is a quadrilateral. These 4 rectangles are quadrilaterals, and these 2 squares are quadrilaterals, and they're quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides. And this big rectangle is a rectangle because it has 4 right angles and 2 sets of parallel lines. And the same thing for these 4 rectangles, and these 2 squares are squares because they have 4 sets of right angles, and all the side lengths are the same.
Instead of doing mathematical proofs for the points in our essay, we decided to do it to column proofs with the main points in the explanation. Our first point was that the greenhouse could serve as a tool for multiple core classes. For example, math class and science class could use this for lessons, science for studying plants, and math class for recording data. The greenhouse could also create new clubs and improve existing ones. For example, the greenhouse could improve the Green Club by allowing them to do hands-on activities with plants, but it could also create a gardening club. The greenhouse could also open up school partnerships with the NC State Department of Agriculture and Life Sciences, meaning they can organize activities using the greenhouse for everyone to get some hands-on experience. And gardening has also been shown to relieve stress. The source is linked on the paper.